Okay, so a quick video here just to show you how you can crossfade the audio output of a few different tracks in live. So I'll start by putting some audio up onto these. I'm not really going to think about what I'm choosing here. I'm just going to put anything up there. And if I hit play, you'll hear just a big mess of sound. Let's turn the master fader down a little bit first. There we go. In fact, I might just get rid of this drum loop and put something not percussive there. Alright, that'll do. And in fact, to change things up a bit, what I might do is we'll put create a MIDI track instead, because I just want to show you that you can use audio and MIDI in the same way. So I'll just call that number 3. And on the MIDI track, I'll pick just an instrument of some sort. That's fine. And we'll just program a very quick MIDI clip. I'm really not going to think about this purely so we've got some sound to work with. Hit play. Alright. So we've got something happening there. So to be able to crossfade between these, so they might be all playing back in a loop, we would first need to group them, and then on the group you want to start with a empty effects rack. So we'll go to here, audio effects rack, and let's create some chains. So right click, and I'm going to create 4 chains, or as many chains as I have tracks that I want to crossfade between. And see if I can do this before my battery runs out. Okay, so at the moment you can see that we have all those tracks playing back through this group. Now what we need to do to have each track playing through its own chain is we'll need to use the compressor, and this is purely because I don't have or haven't created maybe a max patch just to allow me to select sort of an audio input. So to make this work, we're going to monitor the sidechain input, so they both need to be on, and then we just choose where we want to get the signal from. So I'm just choosing the labeling or whatever the name of these tracks are, and to save a little bit of time, I'm going to copy paste, so option click and drag my compressor across these, and I'll just go through and choose the relevant inputs so that I've got all of them covered. And now if I solo, you'll hear each of the instruments coming through its own track, so they're a bit mismatched, and that's just because I didn't spend any time choosing anything cool. But anyway, let's have a look at the chain selector. So with all of these selected, we need to drag the ranges out across the entire range, and while they're still selected, I can right click and distribute the ranges equally. Then still all selected, we want to create a bit of overlap, which will allow us to crossfade. Let's fix that up. And also the small bars at the top, like I said, they'll allow us to create sort of a crossfade effect. Then I just want to select the top one, and extend its handles out to the minimum and maximum amounts. And now, if I don't solo anything, you should be able to hear me crossfading between them with this, which is called the chain selector. Now to tidy things up a little bit, we can map that to a macro, because we're inside an effects rack. We can hide the chains, we don't need to see that. And if you want to, you can label this X fade or whatever you like, and you can give it a color. and that's it. So that'll allow you to fade smoothly between the tracks. You may need to go in and kind of tweak the fades so you've got the right amount of crossfade, if you like. And that's it. So I'll save this. I've already done that. Should be in my library. If I go for let's fade. There's one. So I'll put a copy of that up on Campus Online, and you can download it and have a look at it and try to recreate it yourself. If you use it, you'll need to go into each compressor anyway and select the relevant track that you want to crossfade in. Like I said, you could have much more or even less tracks here, and that's how to do it. Alright, thanks.